Yes, Factly is back with the roundup of the most ridiculous fake news of the year. People are accusing 2020 of inflicting several cruelties on humankind. But the one thing we cannot accuse this year of is being uneventful. And the same goes for the world of fake news, obviously. So let's get right into it. The most incredulous, mind numbingly weird bits of misinformation from this roller coaster of a year. At number 10, we have not just one story, but a fake news theme that was quite popular in 2020. Satirical articles being passed off as real incidents. From sheep in Ireland going on a sex craze to a Budweiser employee admitting to urinating in beer tanks to, my personal favorite, McDonald's being caught serving human meat to customers. All these stories were published by satirical websites, but some people on social media platforms, and some in mainstream media outlets too, seem to have misunderstood the Photoshop pictures in these for evidence. And if we are going to be relying on images and video as evidence, then we must talk about the post at number 9, where we see gym equipment in Delhi being operated by ghosts. I mean, look, the equipment is moving even when no one is touching it, so it must be a ghost. Unfortunately, the truth is quite boring. What we see is equipment in Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh moving on its own after being touched due to excessive greasing. While we are on the topic of spooky things, do you know that Halloween 2020 brought to us a super rare blue moon after 76 years? Oh, the hysteria around what to us is post number 8, even on legitimate news channels. But again, science played folly by informing us that a blue moon is not a moon that is blue, but only a name for the second full moon in a month, which happens every 3 years. It is not Halley's Comet that it should only appear once in 76 years. Speaking of rare occurrences related to calendars, number 7 tells us that February 2021 is a rare month, the likes of which will not come again in our lifetimes because it happens once every 823 years. The special feature is that each day of the week appears 4 times, not one time more or less. And we're not done yet. This occurrence is supposedly called money bags and must be shared with people for good luck. Now, I wonder when we started referring to 3 times in 4 years as once in 823 years, because every February in a non-leap year has 28 days. 28 divided by 7 is 4, so obviously there will be only 4 Mondays, 4 Tuesdays, etc. in each February that is not in a leap year. As for money bags, the unfortunate truth is that no matter how popular you are on social media and in real life, money is just not in some people's fate. Like poor Barack Obama in post number 6. This image was shown to us asking us to reflect on the dignity of labor. Because if the former president of the USA can be reduced to working as a waiter in an eatery to make a living, then who are we to complain about the little things in life? Except that the picture is from when Obama was still president and he was only serving food at an event honoring army veterans. But that does not mean that world leaders should not conduct themselves with humility. Take our Modi ji for example. In the post sharing spot number 5, we see our Prime Minister bowing before Akbaruddin Owaisi, a statue of Jawaharlal Nehru, and women pegged as industrialist Gautam Adani's wife Preeti Adani. All the photos do show a respectful Modi, but the objects of his admiration are not the same as the social media posts claim. It was not Owaisi but LK Advani. A bow to Gandhi became a bow to Nehru. Respect towards 2 different women became Modi kowtowing before Mrs. Adani. Mr. Modi is clearly not afraid to express his admiration for people ranging from Advani to hardworking women. Similarly unafraid to express true feelings is the Italian Prime Minister in post number 4. Just look at those tears shed over heartbreak at not being able to control the COVID-19 situation in his country. But your heart need not break over this because the photo shows the president of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, remembering a time when he was attacked with a knife. While social media made a fake Italian Prime Minister weep, it did not give the Russian president quite the same treatment. Number 3 tells us that Vladimir Putin let loose 800 lions on the streets of Russia so that its people would stay home and avoid contracting the coronavirus. Cute interspecies story, but really, it was just one lion shooting for a film on the streets of Johannesburg all the way down in South Africa in 2016. All this seems to show that people wish to see more action from their leaders. They want prime ministers to weep and presidents to show tough love by unleashing dangerous animals to keep people in their homes. But all this goodwill from world leaders is useless if the vaccine that is supposed to protect people from the virus turns them into zombies instead. 2020, the year when two pandemics covered the globe, COVID-19 and vaccine phobia. The post at number 2 tells us that hospitals in the USA were forced to go into lockdown after people who were administered the COVID-19 vaccine turned into zombies and started eating one another. The proof? This picture of a hospital room covered in blood. The truth? A picture of a bloodied operation theatre in the aftermath of treating a gun violence victim, edited to make it look like CNN did a news report on the zombie lockdown. I get it. These are tough times. We want the pandemic to end, but we are not sure that the vaccine will be effective in combating the virus. There's a lot of uncertainty and we are surrounded by bad news. So how can we blame someone who accepts any nugget of good news, no matter how tiny it may be, or no matter how incredulous? If some poor person somewhere feels some happiness over the news that Osama bin Laden's daughter Zoya is set to marry Bhojpuri singer Pradeep Maurya and accept Hinduism as the one true religion, who are we to deny them that little joy? I'll tell you who we are. We are fact checkers, and it is literally our job to snap you out of such daydreams and tell you that Osama had no known daughter called Zoya. The photo shows a Pakistani model called Saira Yusuf and Bhojpuri celebrity Pradeep Maurya. But I'm having trouble understanding how they got dragged into all of this. If you have any idea as to how all this happened, please enlighten me by leaving a comment below. And while I'm asking things of you, may I also ask that you be more careful in how you consume content, especially on the internet, and be responsible in what you share. Because that really is the best way to curb the problem of fake news. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and share if you did. Wish you a happy and truthful New Year.
Subscribe to Factly and hit the bell icon for updates.